I'm going to talk a little bit about the U.S. Pluto return, and then I'm going to do a reading asking the cards what is going to be happening in the U.S. in 2023 with the energy of the U.S. Pluto return. And astrologers say that this energy is going to continue all the way into the end of November of 2024. The U.S. Pluto return is a very rare planetary alignment. Pluto only returns to a country every 248 years, and it has to do when a country was born. In the U.S., obviously, it's July 4th, 1776. And it was aligned with the sign of Capricorn, which has to do with laws, government, money, politics, economics. Pluto is the planet of death, rebirth, and revealing of secrets that need to come out from the dark. And if you read my blog titled U.S. Pluto Return Kicked Off the Russia-Ukraine War, you will see that Pluto returned to the United States 3 times, February 22nd, July 11th, and December 28th. The first U.S. Pluto return was 2 days before Russia invaded the Ukraine. Russia was already at the borders of the Ukraine. Around the second U.S. Pluto return, the Supreme Court gutted the rights of the EPA to be able to regulate carbon emissions, and it ended the Roe versus Wade law, which allows for abortion to be legal nationally. So there has been a lot of tearing down of the legal system in the United States since the U.S. Pluto return started. And then at the end of the year, Congress got together and ended the rights of the railroad workers to be able to strike. They wanted to strike for paid sick leave, and they were looking to fight for 2 weeks of paid sick leave. They couldn't even get a week's worth of paid leave because both Republicans and Democrats got together and shut down these workers' rights to be able to strike. So we're seeing a lot of tearing down and also exposing the government and showing really what their priorities are. And they're always going to side with big business over the regular American. I'm going to ask the cards what is going to be happening in the U.S. this year with the U.S. Pluto return. What is the energy that we're going to be working with? What's going to be happening here? Okay. All right. So we have the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is about, as you can see, her hands are over her face and she's crying. It's a very heavy energy, and it has to do with fighting and putting, one over on the other person, or you have the strength to walk away from a person that is being very unkind and disingenuous. And we have the Knight of Coins. So this has to do with, the Knights are the fastest moving energy, but with the Knight of Coins, which is the Nine of Pentacles, this is a slow building up of money or work or material goods, and it will take time. It's kind of like the slow and steady wins the race type of motto. And on the bottom of the deck is the Sun, which is really interesting. The Sun is happiness. The Sun is success. The Sun can even be the birth of a child. In traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, there's a child riding on a horse. So we have the Five of Swords and the Knight of Coins. Interesting. Okay, let's see what else comes out here. Let me see if I can get one more card. What is going to be happening in the United States? And we got the Sun. Okay, very interesting. All right, and the Tower. Okay, so the Tower is on the bottom of the deck, and this is a major arcana, and this has to do with destruction. As you can see, there's 2 people falling from a burning tower. It can also be called the lightning struck tower. And this means there's going to be some major breaking down, which is exactly what the Pluto return is. That's what happens when Pluto returns to a country. So we have conflict, arguing, building up and learning how to work with our material goods, our money. It can even be health, the body, anything that is pentacles. It comes from the earth. That's an earth sign. The sun, which is happiness, and the tower, which is destruction. A lot of times with the tower, it's the type of situation where it feels terrible when it happens, but in the long run, you find out that through time, it actually probably was for the best. So whatever this destruction is that's going to happen in 2022, this tearing down of our economic and legal systems, it is going to be in the long run for the best. And I'm going to clarify, I'm going to try to clarify all of them, I think. Let me see what the Five of Swords is. Okay. So the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is about finding compassion in a situation or for yourself or in a relationship. And the Hermit is ruled by Virgo. And so we're looking at, there's going to be arguing, but there's going to be arguing and fighting and over trying to figure out where our compassion is in the United States, and going within with the Hermit. The Hermit is all about going within or taking time for yourself and just trying to figure things out. Sometimes the best thing in life is just, I need to take time for myself and just meditate and not listen to everybody else's advice and just kind of just go within and listen to your own intuition. And on the bottom of the deck is the Two of Pentacles, which has to do with juggling and balancing things out. Okay, so let's see what this Knight of Coins is, which is the Knight of Pentacles. Clarify the Knight of Coins. Okay, all right. The Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords, as you can see, is somebody who can't sleep, who's very stressed out. This is mental anguish, and this has to do with the Knight of Pentacles. So there's going to be a lot of stress, and that could mean that there could be some real issues with the economy this year. As you know, inflation has been a real problem, especially since Russia invaded the Ukraine. So there's going to be a lot of stress. People are going to really be thinking about how do they, what are they going to do with their work? What are they going to do with their finances? What are they going to do with their home, with their material goods? All right, and let's see what the Sun, what else is about the Sun. And the Sun is ruled by the sign of Leo. Well, it's a fire sign, so it's ruled by all the fire signs, which is Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, so, oh, interesting. All right. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords. So whatever this happiness and success is going to be, there's going to be some negative stuff in here. This is a very sneaky, underhanded energy with the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords has to do with stealing, lying, cheating. We have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups has to do with happy memories, somebody coming back from the past, can be a soulmate, and the Moon. The Moon is ruled by Pisces, and this has to do with secrets being revealed, things being hidden. And then on the bottom of the deck is the Eight of Pentacles. This has to do with working very hard and learning new skills and new skills to be able to build your career up, your money situation, your material goods. So it's going to be a real mixed bag this year, I think. There could be some real surprises this year with this. With the Tower and the Eight of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This could have to do with the workforce. There could be layoffs. Obviously, in my opinion, one of the best things that's happened, one of the only really good things that's happened because of the pandemic, is the remote work revolution. And people really standing up for what they want and deciding what they want in their career, and fighting for that. And millions of people have quit their jobs, which is called the Great Resignation, since the beginning of the pandemic. So this Tower could have to do with the workforce, with workers. That could mean maybe a lot of strikes, a lot of walkouts, possibly. I'm going to be doing a reading asking if there is going to be a general strike in the United States in 2023. Because in my opinion, I think it's very much needed with the situation of workers trying to being able to be paid a living wage and have decent work, a decent work situation, decent work environment. So I would say, let's see, Five of Swords, Knight of Coins. There is going to be a lot of back and forth. I mean, the first card that came out was the Five of Swords, and the Five of Swords is arguing and people trying to, trying to get one over on the other one, or walking away from arguing, and walking away from somebody, quite frankly, being a jerk. So with this Tower on the bottom of the deck, it is going to be interesting this year. I think that with this Knight of Coins, it is going to have to do a lot with the economy, a lot with the workforce. But maybe towards the end of the year, with this Sun, there may be some success, and we may see some rebuilding, because the U.S. political return has to do with not only destruction but rebirth. So maybe with some more of this tearing down of the U.S. economic and legal system, there's going to be some good that's hopefully going to come out of this. And with the Eight of Pentacles, this could have to do with the workforce. It could have to do with people maybe earning more money, having a better career situation, better workers' rights. And it's going to be an exciting year, I think. I'm very excited to see what's going to happen this year with this U.S. political return. And this is, as I said, going to continue all the way into the end of November of 2024. And so as you can see with the cards, most of it will probably be a lot more tearing down, but maybe towards the end of the year, we may start to see some rebuilding. And hopefully that will really be something great for the country, because we need it. We need it. The United States really needs that. So, well, thank you so much for joining me. And as I said, I'm going to be doing a reading asking the cards soon if we are going to have a general strike this year in the United States. So please look out for that. And thank you so much.